Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers continue to move through the season and want to find a way.
Thank you, Larry. With the distinctive pirate ship in the north end zone, we can only be... Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, the former Houston Cougar, Case Keenum.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On second down, here's Keenum. Incomplete. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Here we go. 3-19.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. And that is incomplete. Here's Will Monday now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4". First down. Webster firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Now the Central Florida man here, Storm Johnson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
Such a solid defensive effort a week ago, and they'll be looking to carry that forward into this one.
And confidence grows. Every time you have a great performance, you think the next one's going to be even better. That's where this defense is today.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, Johnson. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
Back to throw. Webster, a bullet throw, but incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Always got some breathing room. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
And the tackle's made here by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes it's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Here we go now.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Will Monday now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Webster to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. That's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now a handoff here to his running back. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Here's Will Monday now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. We'll return to Tampa after this message. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. To throw on 2nd down. Webster. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Webster. Hard throw. Incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st down, Keenum fighting to stay upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So Keenum now out. And now all eyes here on the backup as he takes under center.
Let's go! 38!
Now the backup, Boykin, his first throw. Room here to run. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Now a handoff looking right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Play action supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you expect him to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player, so he can't get outside of you.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Johnson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd down, here's Boykin. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Boykin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The gain of 19 and picking up the first. As they run the counter play. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Let's go.
Now Boykin on 2nd down. Pass incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun, Boykin. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Looking to throw on second down. Webster, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Johnson on the counter. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go. Green 38. Green 38.
On first down, Boykin. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Here's Boykin. And this is going to be incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it with Boykin, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Panthers will get the football back. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe you've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Looking to throw. Webster. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Back to throw. Webster. And he comes back with one complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Webster. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. To throw on 2nd down, Webster, and down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley, he's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Buccaneers are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Panthers will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10. Fowler is going to push his way to the QB here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Now 2nd and 8. Rice is able to zero in on the QB here. This ends up as a loss of 9. That'll do it from our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. For the second half, let's get cross-state to Tampa as we check back in with Brandon and Charles.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webster. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Webster got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Off-play action. Webster, he's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping, under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they had put together a good little drive there, but it stalls out in the red zone.
And that's all right. You were able to hold on to the ball for a bit, give your defense a breather, and come away with points.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Here's Boykin to throw. And an alley to run. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go. 38.
Throwing here, Boykin on first. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here we go. 3-19.
To throw on 2nd down. Webster. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lee. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's go. Green, 39.
On 3rd and 2. Webster. And he's got Walters. Big catch. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw. Webster. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Looking to throw. Webster. This is incomplete.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. The Bucs on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
The focus after that run isn't how many yards they gained. They said they gained a first down, and they've been running it well all game long.
Now Boykin on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Will Monday now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, what a move. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, it's Johnson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That'll make it 1st and 15. They go to Johnson again. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Webster. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now.
They'll run it with Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he's on to punt for Carolina. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll throw on first with Boykin. And he's got room. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And some room to roam now. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. From midfield now, Boykin. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think, it's under pressure again, and down he goes again. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And instead of punting, they're going to elect to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
All right, here we
On third down, that's Johnson. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him, maybe the guys up front, combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talks.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Johnson flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Now Johnson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, that's Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Ordinarily, the responsibility for not letting edge pressure disrupt the play falls on the offensive tackles. Their job to push that edge pressure so far wide they can't either get to the quarterback or the runner, especially on a draw.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here. And we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dante Fowler. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now back to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.